Okay, so welcome to this Instagram live session, everyone. This is Rajat from Boots and Crampons, and today we have with us a very special guest, Miss Shweta Khanduri,
Hello.
an accomplished actress and an adventurer who recently completed her trek to the Everest Base Camp. We'd love to hear your experiences and insight on this trek today. So,
Uh,
welcome.
yes, I I had such an amazing experience. I would want to start with this because trekking to Mount Everest base camp was something I never thought of. It just
Hmm.
happened to me, and I'm so glad it happens in Boots and Crampons because the team is fantastic. I had such a lovely experience. We started trekking from. I started with the gears. Like I think the gears are the most important thing when we go for a trek.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Sir and Rajat, you all helped us so much in getting the right gears so that it's comfortable to trek because it's not easy. We need our gears to be really good when we're
right.
trekking such difficult uh, trek. So we start with this, and I have 100% like all the gears that I've been told by Romil sir and you and everybody discussed in the group before going for the trek. I think that helped us a lot because the colds that we could feel was less. The shoes were perfect. The trekking poles were nice. Gloves were nice. Everything we were well aware of, and it really helped us in finishing the task. So our tools were like
Correct.
really good.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
how do I start? It was a journey like I can't forget because the moment
Let's
we left,
let's take one thing at a time. I have a lot of questions for you. Right. To start with, what inspired you to take up this journey, this epic trek? Like, what came to your mind that I want to go on
I
Everest Base Camp?
wanted to do something that I have not done. But being a Pahadi,
Huh,
I not a trekking, but we've
huh.
climbed mountains, but not as trekking. Like that's a daily routine for Pahadi people, like you to climb some mountains or something and come down. So I just thought that EBC could be something which could be really out of my comfort zone and completely different from what I do. You know,
Hmm.
will be so different for me. And I thought start karte, देखते क्या होता है. So yeah, we all are coughing here also, but that's how it started. I'm glad that my friend Rahul told me about Boots and Crampons.
Hmm.
And first thing that I got to know is like Romil sir is from the army, so there was like complete faith like to this from here only because coming from an army background, तो factor बहुत easily हो जाता है.
जी,
So
बिल्कुल.
and then how is the journey is so beautiful because see we were supposed to fly on 23rd to Lukla and half
हाँ.
of the team went to Lukla and we got stuck at Ramachal.
Right,
So like
right.
so this has never happened that half have gone and half are stuck
Uh,
and waiting for a flight to take off to Lukla and then we start the trek but then we were one day late. Half of our
hmm.
team were you were
Hmm.
there. Romil sir was
I
with
know.
us.
Yeah,
But
yeah, correct.
Ramechap also, we did a little trek. And then the next morning, we got the flight and we reached Lukla. And after that, like, I think that the first day that we trekked for almost 14 kilometers, 14 to 15 kilometers that first
Right,
day,
right.
it was
Yeah,
like,
a
it
massive
was in our mind that
start.
one step at a time. It was, started, and we all were like walking excited. Okay, finally it has started. We have to cover up one day का जो हमारा buffer था वो
Hmm.
cover करना था. So it was amazing. Like, everybody pushed each other, and
Hmm.
they were with us who were fabulous, and they were really inspiring. तो लगा कि ये कर सकते तो हम भी करेंगे. And
बिल्कुल.
what everybody was like really very encouraging and pushing each other to go ahead. So I think that
That's
first day,
sweet to hear.
yeah, like the first day was I think you were the last one to come.
I
You were
know.
like getting
I was
supposed
always the last one.
to be the last one and get the everyone to the. But the even
Yeah.
the entire of the one person who's leading, then there's one person in between and one person at the end. That is also quite interesting. It's such a team game, like you're trekking and
Oh,
keeping. each other's back on. So yeah, that was really nice. Like the first day was full energy, and then I think second day we were trekking to Namche Bazaar, right?
Yeah, correct, correct.
Oh my God, that was one hell of a trek because it was steep like this, and we were
Ah,
just climbing, climbing, hoping that it's going to end somewhere. And finally, it ends
correct.
to a very beautiful place. And again,
Then
the
there comes a point when you just, stop thinking about when it's going to end because
yeah,
it never does.
I'll tell you this. This is something really interesting, which I shared it with Romil sir also. That he showed us that we have to go there, and it
Hmm.
was like really far.
Hmm.
And I said, "Pata nahi kya hoga, let's take one step at a time." And after a few hours, we were there, and we looked back,
Yeah.
and we realized that how much we have covered. You know, that used to inspire so much that we can do even more better. And the most difficult thing was everybody thinks that acclimatization is like you go and sit and chill. So there's nothing like that because even I thought,
No, not at all.
but then I realized that if you are here, you have to go to a higher altitude, do some physical activity, and then come down and have a
Come
nap.
down and sleep at a low altitude. Correct.
I had like very difficult time because I think in the entire 15 days, I could hardly sleep and I was sitting and excuse me, and I was like literally I asked for first night was like okay, second night I told Roman sir that I'm not able to sleep, so then he gave us those
Hmm.
tips that you have to sit and sleep in the this thing, and this was my first time in my life that I was sitting and trying to sleep all night. So that's also something very interesting but also challenging because you have
You could sleep that way while sitting.
to
Was it possible?
like not completely, but I was
Hmm.
sleeping for like one a half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I'll wake up again, and then again I'll sleep. So, but then at least I knew that I'm getting that 1 hour sitting. You have to sit and then sleep. So yeah,
Huh.
I I was like the entire trek I was trying to sit and sleep because lying down was not possible.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so what were your expectations versus, first impressions of this epic trek? Like, did you expect all that took place and the way you pushed yourself and everything? Was it expected?
Pushing was a bit that I know that if I decide I will do it, but
Hmm.
I wasn't expecting that it's going to be that difficult. I knew it's going to be difficult. I knew
Huh.
I've taken which is difficult, and the only thing in my mind was I have to complete it. I have to go to Mount Everest base camp, and that was clear in my mind. Even if I have to drag myself, I have to. So that was there in my mind. But then, as I said, that Romil sir has always been, pushing me, ki, okay, now you can do it.
Hmm.
Thoda aur hai. So that was really nice. And in fact, you were also there, and there were times when we were struggling, and you were like, ho gaya ma'am, bas ek step aur bas wo raha.
Yeah, I
So
remember.
yeah, it was nice.
Okay, so what were the major difficulties that you think you faced during the
I think
trek, and how did you overcome
yeah.
them?
See, when we reached, I think Dimboche, right?
Hmm.
Where I had
Dingboche. Yeah.
altitude problem and I was just
Yeah,
puking.
there
Just
was Dingboche. Yeah.
2 days prior reaching to Mount Everest base camp, I was like really, I was like gone. And in that unconscious state, also, I was telling Norman, sir, don't send me back, don't send me back. I want to go up there. And he was, literally worried and telling me, Shweta, hold on, otherwise वापस जाना पड़ेगा. And I used to tell him, no, don't send me back. So that night was very difficult because I don't know what happened. I was like literally. I think what happened at altitude sickness or something else, or maybe I've eaten something and that has affected. So,
Hmm.
but well taken care of. I know it is so difficult. It was snowing outside. We wanted to click videos,
Yeah.
but my health was so bad that I could not. Next day morning, I was just thinking, "Yaar, what? I could not do this." But yeah, all in all, that one day when I fallen sick, when I woke up, like when I was trying to get up in the morning, though there was only one thing in my mind that I have to complete Mount Everest base camp, and I'm not going back
Correct.
home. And I think
Correct.
that gave me a lot. I think most importantly, our mindset has to be really strong when you're
Right,
going,
right.
because it's your mind that gives up. Body will
Correct.
still work.
Huh.
It's your mind. It gives up. You are like, dude, now I can't. And then your body will also not move. So I think maybe my body was not moving, but my mind was there that I have to complete.
Yeah, you had
So
a strong willpower.
yeah,
So,
so I will do it. So yeah, next day we did again the little trek, and then we went ahead for Gorakshep, which was again very cold. I wasn't expecting Gorakshep to be that cold. I
uh,
could literally ice on water. Like in the washroom there was water and there was ice, and I was like, dude, I'm not touching this water.
yeah, even I remember the morning I woke up and I thought, I'll just, freshen up and do my business. I saw that the water was completely frozen. Like,
Yes,
how can you manage?
I don't know. It was, and then the time when we were discussing, we need tissue papers, we need all this. I said, thankfully, we had all those things because the water was so cold. Like, even if you want to put your hand
Uh,
inside. But uh, ultimately, it was very cold. But again, I said we were very well prepared with our gears. Like I got everything which Roman sir said and you guys said, and I had a lot of video calls where I asked them which jacket, which gloves. So that
hmm,
really, if you don't feel cold now, then you can walk a lot. And also, my sir was so perfect with telling what to wear on which day. That is very
right, right.
important because starting, if we start wearing sleeves and everything, I think we won't be able to survive till the end. And also while trekking, it
Huh,
is difficult to walk. So the way he was guiding that, you have to wear just this. Even if you're feeling cold, just wear this and walk. So
right.
that
Yeah.
was really, really nice. That I think helped all of us. And means I to have so many because the flight didn't take off. We got lost. We got lost in the
Uh,
mountain.
uh.
So we have
Well, that's
lost.
what adventure is, right? That's what you signed up
Yeah.
for.
See, I was very scared. I was
Yeah.
scared because like almost two ranges that we crossed and we were
Huh.
lost. I'm not sure where our hotel is, like where our tea house is. So I was really scared and it was snowing. So it was snowing and we lost the path and everything. But again, now when I look back, I said, shit, we didn't click a picture there. At least we would have had a memory that we were lost in this mountain and we crossed this.
Yeah,
I
correct,
know.
correct, correct.
It
So,
was like how
so what
so
did you feel when we got lost? What did you feel when we got lost? Like, we'll stay
I
that way and we won't be able to make, like, what was going through your mind?
my
Because
mind
that's
went to
that's pretty, it happens often that people, sometimes lose their way and stuff. But what
yeah.
was going through your mind?
My mind, I was like really scared because I have never been lost and I'm very
Huh,
scared of getting lost. Okay.
huh,
We Somebody told us this mountain ki udhar hai. And also we were not sure because that mountain was
hmm,
huge. We
hmm.
crossed that, climbed that mountain, then again there was another one that we have to go down and then again come up. So I was really scared that we have lost the path. And it's snowing. And I actually thought for a second that we are all going to freeze here. That's why I was
You
so.
did.
But but
Then,
now we managed to get out and found a way to reach a place. And but now that's what I'm saying. That time I was very scared. But now when I look back and I see that we have that memory also that we did climb that mountain.
that's a memory of a lifetime. You'll never get tired telling people that this happened and we overcame that.
No, because now before I could never even thought
Hmm.
that itne bade pahad ko I will just cross.
Hmm.
But we
Right.
did, and it was deep, and it was very narrow lane where we were walking, and we walked and we crossed it, and we went down, and we were just walking. So I understood that one step
That too
and
when we were tired as hell. Like we just wanted to go
go
home.
home, sit somewhere, walk, and just lie down.
Huh.
That,
Right.
that
But
was the thing.
you still did it. Hats off.
Oh, you too. You were also there, and we all were scared. I think we were seven of us who were there, right? At that point
Huh,
when we.
correct. Correct. Yeah.
But all in
Okay,
all,
that's
and even while coming back, like people think that come back, but it is even more difficult because while coming down, there was so much of
Yeah.
pressure on our knees and on our calf that it was paining. I don't think when I was climbing up, I had any pain. But when I was coming down, I did
Right.
have my
Descent
knees and
is difficult, yeah.
it is very difficult. And I was like, though we are on a speed, and also I asked, so it was like because now we're going down the altitude and the oxygen level is better and you're getting more energy and you're more good that you getting going out from here. But
Mhm.
it is difficult coming down also. But I could wish that if we
It
would have
totally
stayed
is.
little more time at base camp. It just
I know,
just like
yeah. It's
this, there's
never
so much to do.
enough. It's never enough.
It's never enough. And I was, while coming down, I was just thinking, will I ever do it again? Will I ever want to do it again? The things that I've missed, will I go back and do those things again?
Perhaps you'll do something that's even harder, even challenging.
I don't know. I don't know. Right now, I'm
It
still
could, it could.
is. But it's a feeling. Roman sir said that now you will not realize. You'll realize it once you have recovered and you're fine and you're sitting. Then you'll realize what you have done.
Ah, correct, correct, yeah.
Right now it's still in that phase where we are coughing or we are taking rest and not going
Ah,
out right now. But so that's what he said, that you will realize it after a few days that what you have done.
that's totally true. Okay, moving on. Can you please throw some light on how did you prepare for this trek, like both mentally and physically?
See, physically, you guys gave us the chart where all the workouts were mentioned. What all? Plus, one thing which I generally also do is whenever I have time, I walk
Hmm.
and I walk for like 10 kilometers a day. That is my generally how I do it. So I did that, and I was doing it. And there's one thing which I still remember that Robinson said, that when you are walking, talk.
Hmm.
So
Right.
I initially I never used to do that. I used to be like quiet, but I think that really helps because if you're trekking just by yourself and not talking, it doesn't it becomes very monotonous. So you need to disrupt.
Huh.
So I think that really helped when we were having a conversation or when the music sir was playing music. So it was giving some life to
Right.
that trek is difficult because you need to divert your mind. So
Huh.
I did that. I did my walking. I did all the exercises that were mentioned. And basically, देखने में बहुत simple लगती है exercises, but they are very good strengthening exercises for your legs and for your entire core and everything. And
Hmm.
also, as I said, the gears were very important. The shoes that was recommended was amazing because not once I had any injury on my ankle or anything. So that was really nice. And all the Sherpas and everyone who was helping us, they were like fabulous. Like कुछ भी होता था, they were there to hold us and like, okay, चलो निकल जाएंगे यहाँ से अभी. So that's really nice. I think all in all, a good team, and very happy that all 26 of us made it up to Mount Everest base camp, which is
Yeah.
really nice. Which is really really nice because it was a
Correct.
big where we were going, taking care of everyone, and so many pancakes for the breakfast.
Pancakes and omelets.
So many omelets and pancakes. And I am amazed to see such nice coffee shops at such high altitude. Like,
Right,
really, I could not,
right.
but uh, really nice coffee shops and everything was like great.
Right. Okay, that brings me to the fact that on most of the treks, people spend night in tents, and there's
Yeah,
not much things around. But since Everest Base Camp is such a famous trek, like people from all around the world come every
yeah.
year during the season to do the EBC. There are proper accommodations, which really does the job when it comes to giving comfort and giving you rest. So, what do you think about that? Like, how were the arrangements, and what should someone who is going on
See, I
EBC for the first time, or should have
prepare.
as
See,
expectations?
I'll tell you that we all have to understand that this is a difficult trek and we are
Huh.
going to a place where much of facilities are provided. But still, बहुत ऐसा था कि बहुत जगह में we had like good facilities arranged. There were, heated beds also at certain places. जैसे गोरक्षेप में we did, नहीं गोरक्षेप नहीं, this place.
Dingboche.
Dingboche, we
Dingboche, we had electric beds, yeah.
we were getting hot water and everything. So, matlab, see, this is not a luxury trek. This is a difficult trek. And according to that, we had everything which was, matlab, milna jitna chahiye na, usse zyada mila hai. Because see, when you're going for a trek where you're staying in tent, you don't have things at all.
Right.
Here,
Correct.
still have, like here, when you're sitting to have a breakfast, there is a room where there is a place which makes it warm. So at least you have one place where you can sit with everyone and make it warm. So that was there. Then so there are times when we had attached washrooms. There are times when we had common, but that's okay. At least you're not going out, right?
Right.
At least you're going out. So that's what I would say. कि ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको 5 स्टार नहीं, यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि वो जगह कैसी है. उस जगह में बेस्ट था. उस जगह में Boots and Crampons provided us with a comfortable accommodation where we can stay. We, at least we were not shivering out in the tent, right?
Right.
When I saw the other places also where we were staying, they were really good and they were really comfortable. Like even for that Namche also, we were staying in a good place. And even Gorakshep was a difficult place where sir said you will not get anything. Still it was okay.
Right.
Like,
super close to Everest base camp, and there were a number of facilities there.
Yeah, and then it was a small place, and I was really surprised that we had an option of choosing breakfast. Like there were options of what you can have. So otherwise, I thought maybe we'll get a boiled egg or we'll get a bread or sandwich, and that's how you're going to eat, or a porridge. But then we still had options to order. कि क्या करें?
Correct.
को हिंदी में किसी को हिंदी में भी चाहिए तो हिंदी में भी बात करते हैं. तो ऐसा है कि ऑप्शन तो थे हमारे पास खाने के लिए. ऐसा नहीं था कि सिर्फ आप एक ही चीज को खा रहे. बट हाँ, यू हैव टू अपने डाइट के हिसाब से भी लेना है. तो we were more going, like sir and I had so much of dal bhat, that thakali thali that we had Nepali. Pretty nice. वापस आते आते तो फिर हमने सब खाना स्टार्ट कर दिया था, बट जाते हुए तो सब ध्यान से खाते.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. Okay, moving on, how safe do you think this trek was? You know, a lot of women every year go on the trail. For them, how would you explain that?
I think
safe था?
It was safe, but I also heard from the other people that कि कईयों के संग कुछ problems हुई है. But लेकिन हम लोग we were all very safe.
No, we never experienced such things, no?
हमारा luggage was on time everywhere. Everything was fine. कहीं ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि हमें जगह नहीं है सोने के लिए या कुछ नहीं. So that people were there to take care of us. So उसमें कोई वो नहीं. That was nice. So I think it was pretty safe, and it was my honestly, because I knew that this is a very difficult trek. So everything that was given to us, I didn't expect it. The only thing I was expecting कि हाँ एक accommodation होगा, stay and all that. मुझे एक बार लगा था शायद डोमेस्टिक में रहने वाले हैं सब. But we all had a room. हम सबके पास room जिसमें हम तो अच्छा था, बहुत अच्छा था. और it is safe. Like my experience, it was very safe because I had fallen sick, and you know how bad it was. Like just 2 days, and sir भी जब आए थे तो उन्होंने बोला था तो वापस भेजना पड़ेगा. But we managed all the medications and everything. So it was quite safe.
Chalo, that's good to hear. Can you tell us about that special experience, that special moment during the trek, जहाँ आपको लगा हो कि बस यही है जो है, चाहे वो एक सीनरी हो या कोई चैलेंजिंग मोमेंट हो या फिर कोई रिवॉर्डिंग वन, like anything.
I think twice it has happened. One kind I'm forgetting the name, जहाँ पे monastery और temple था.
Tengboche, I think.
That is Stengboche, not Denboche, the other one. जहाँ हम रुके थे एक रात, where I cried when I reached it.
I can't remember. You cried at a lot of places.
I tell you, that was वो बहुत निम्बुचे के बाद नहीं नामचे के बाद we trekked ऊपर
हाँ
ऊपर और there was this that was the first time I cried because when I reached
हाँ
na it was not just tired or anything.
हाँ
I felt I was telling this to sir that मैं थकी नहीं थी, मैं tired नहीं थी, कुछ नहीं थी, लेकिन उस जगह को देख के ना
हम्म,
I just cried कि मैं इतना चल गई, you know, you
हाँ
feel you feel so overwhelmed कि मैं इतना चल के आई हूँ and I've reached and you're happy that you reached here. Then the second was जब हम first time when we had the glimpse of Mount Everest, the first
हाँ
that we
I
were walking
remember.
and
Yeah.
we saw first glimpse and we were just मतलब उसको देखने के बाद ऐसा लगा था यार मतलब it's there like I've reached
हाँ
there क्योंकि बेस कैंप से माउंट एवरेस्ट नहीं दिखता है तो जब हम
नहीं
उस
दिखता है.
वॉक करके जा रहे थे उसमें सर showed us that that's the first view of Mount Everest. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. वहां से एनर्जी और आ गई थी कि अभी तो और चलना है, अब तो दिख गया माउंट एवरेस्ट बेस कैंप तो अब तो पहुंचे.
हाँ I personally felt कि जैसे भगवान दिख गए, as if you know, because Mount
I believe
Everest is it's the god of mountain, na, right? So
right.
I just felt that way.
तो मुझे तो लिटरली ऐसा लगा था कि आई बिलीव इन लॉर्ड शिवा लॉट.
हाँ
तो जब मैं माउंट एवरेस्ट का वो पहला पीक देखा मैंने वो मतलब एक पहला व्यू देखा सो आई थॉट जस्ट आई मैं पहुंच गई वहां पे अब तो मतलब शिखर में यहीं पर बैठे हैं अभी भी वो वाला
right.
तो वो बहुत अच्छा था.
Awesome. That's good to hear, ma'am. Now the big question, how did you feel when you finally reached the Everest Base Camp, your ultimate destination?
व्हेन आई रीच मैं सच बोलूं सारी
हाँ बिल्कुल.
गायब हो गई थी उस समय मतलब वो दैट हाफ एन आवर नो मैं भूल गई थी कि कितने स्ट्रगल करके कितना रोड चढ़ के हम ऐसे ऊपर आए
हम्म,
हैं. सब वो पहाड़ वो रास्ते स्लिप होना ये होना वो सब मतलब सब भूल गए थे फॉर दैट
बिल्कुल.
मोमेंट. मतलब हम
हाँ
पहुंच एनर्जी आ गई थी. when we clicked picture we were clicking pictures we were making videos we were doing this तो मतलब ऐसा लगा था कि सब कुछ फ्रेश हो गया मतलब इस जबकि हम आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर मैं बेस कैंप पे 3:55 पे पहुंची थी बिकॉज आई सॉ द टाइम इमीडिएटली द मोमेंट आई रीच.
हम्म,
तो जैसे ही देखा मुझे ऐसे लगा जैसे मॉर्निंग हो रही है
हाँ
बिकॉज इट्स सो फ्रेश इट वाज सो नाइस. मतलब उस समय में सब भूल गई थी कि हम कितने दिन से चल रहे हैं पैदल क्या फेस किया नहीं किया जैसे किया लेकिन you know seeing it was like done I have done it like एक कॉन्फिडेंस था कि मैंने I did it लेकिन क्योंकि बीच बीच में थोड़ा सा ऐसा लग रहा था कि क्या होगा कैसे होगा but did it. वो एक आया मैंने सर को बोला था did it हो गया we reached here
I
so
know a lot of people cried when they reached Everest Base Camp, right?
yeah
And most of them were like just almost dead. Energy बिल्कुल नहीं है, एकदम खत्म हो गए हैं. और वहां जाते के साथ ही everyone danced and celebrated. पता नहीं कहाँ से there was a burst of energy as soon as everyone
it,
reached the final destination.
it,
It was truly magic. I don't think I'll really ever. Yeah,
I think
please
that
continue.
I think that's what mountain does.
हाँ हाँ
Do that like मतलब इतनी मेहनत के बाद when you reach there and fortunately हम Roman sir made me meet both the guy and the girl who were trekking to summiting to Mount Everest. I am
हाँ.
forgetting the Ankita and
चिराग and रीना भाटी.
so
Yes, yeah.
and I I was like hats off to them. हमारी यहाँ चलने में 15 दिन में हमारी हालत खराब हो चुकी थी. They were to be there for
I
6
know.
days.
That's what I asked them कि मतलब हमारी यहाँ तक आने में हालत खराब हो गई है, आप लोग ऊपर कैसे जाओगे,
I
right?
know, and but it is so inspiring feel more inspired because there's a female who is going to trek to Mount Everest base camp. They have been before also, but जब आप मिलते हो ना, you feel very nice. You feel very proud. This
Right,
is
you
something.
do. Right. Okay. Would you recommend this trek with BNC or without BNC? I mean, to anyone?
I think if you're mentally strong, you
Hmm.
should try it on because it's an experience. It's a lifetime experience. आप see, हम लोग ना बहुत कंफर्टेबल लाइफ में रहते हैं.
हाँ.
ग्लास भी खुद ही नहीं उठाते हैं, कई बार ऐसे रख देते हैं सब कुछ. वी हैव पीपल. ये एक ऐसी चीज है जो आपको बहुत इंडिपेंडेंट एंड यू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग हर चीज को ना एक अलग लेवल पे. जैसे मैं बता रही हूँ, मैंने कभी नहीं सोचा था कि मैं एक अपने वहां पहुंचने के लिए 2 माउंटेन क्रॉस करके ऐसे देखूंगी, हाँ नहीं चलो चलते हैं.
हाँ.
तो आप जैसे चीजों को देखते हो वो बहुत बदल जाता है once you start doing
बिल्कुल.
such, specifically
Right.
if you're doing mountain camp और या ऐसे और भी difficult treks है. तो आई थिंक आपका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू बहुत डिफरेंट हो जाता है टूवर्ड्स लाइफ एंड एक बहुत एम्पावरिंग फीलिंग है क्योंकि इट्स नॉट इजी. आई वुड सर्टेनली से इट्स नॉट इजी, बट आपकी विल पावर कैन मेक यू डू दिस. एंड लाइक
ऐसा लगता है ना कि अगर अगर ये कर लिया तो मतलब अब कुछ भी कर सकते हैं.
yeah, there was my friends, they were literally saying, now are you planning to submitting 60 days? I cannot. But maybe right now I'm still on the recovery phase where I have to be normal and then start working. So maybe in future, but now I know that since I've done this, I might think of doing something else also.
I think you will. As soon as you are recovered,
Yeah,
I think you'll go on another trek because this is so addicting. Like,
it is means I'll tell you, मुझे बोला था कि 10 kg वेट है तो लेकिन मैं बहुत स्ट्रेस आउट थी क्योंकि मुझे लगा था इतनी बड़ी जैकेट्स ये वो कैसे 10 kgs. एंड जब मैंने वो सब चीज और मैंने रखा तो आई एक्चुअली रियलाइज कि ये तो the jacket that I have is like minus 28 degree का वो sir only tell me the Makalu something like this, I don't know. So that jacket I thought is going to be really heavy, but वो बहुत downer jacket was like so lightweight and I was like different experience. मतलब 15 दिन के कपड़े हम 10 kg में लेकर गए. मतलब that's quite मतलब with the minimalistic things you're going to live your life, which is so amazing. आप किसी और को नॉर्मली बोलो 10 kg 15 दिन के लिए लेके जाए नहीं होगा. लेकिन with this we did, we went. और इसमें हमारे ट्रैकिंग पोल्स थे, जैकेट्स थी, सब कुछ था इसके अंदर. विंग शूटर्स थे, रेन जैकेट्स थी. So many things.
right.
So it was.
But
It
we
was
did it. We did it. It was
yes.
all a new experience, but we did it.
या मतलब मैं 10 kg में तो कभी नहीं जा सकती. मैं 10 kg में 2 दिन के लिए भी नहीं जा सकती. I'm telling you this honestly. And I went for 15 days and 10 kg means it's a big thing for me.
It's just your willpower, no? If you think that you can do, then you can definitely do it. Right. Okay. Before we say good night, what advice would you give to someone who's planning to do it in near future, the Everest Base Camp trek?
I think you should see. I'll tell you honestly. Definitely go with everything that you give the list, na. Please buy that same way because that really helps. मतलब I'm अगर आप covered up और गरम और अच्छे से रहते हैं ना, then you can check. So follow all the advices given by your guides and mentally be very strong and please do all the exercises because those exercises are really really important. Because I did those exercises. They were really nice. Otherwise, also you can do it. They're very nice. And just follow your guide, whatever he says. Because whatever Roman sir was telling me, or you were telling me, कि हाँ नहीं इसको ऐसे चलना है, वैसे चलना है. Follow that. That helps. Like whether you're eating what you're eating or how you're breathing and walking, एक वो काउंट था 1 2 3 वाला काउंट. इट ऑल
हाँ
हेल्प्स. ऑल हेल्प्स मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि ये जस्ट ऐसे ही बोल रहे हैं, बट इट ऑल हेल्प्स. सो आई थिंक follow, because if you're doing it for the first time, then follow your guide whatever he is saying, and how your things should be, and कैसे करना है, कैसे क्यों करना है, किस लिए करना है. Also with your medications, I think that is also very important, क्योंकि I think Roman sir doesn't believe in medications much, but then
mm.
carry your medications because you never know when you need it.
Right, right. You never know when you're gonna need it. Correct.
Yes, and keep your willpower really strong, because there will be times जब आप थकोगे. And there is one very important thing. I think हमें नहीं पता था, but अभी we know that if you go for a Mount Everest trek, have a peak finder. It's an app.
हाँ right.
Right.
Peak Finder. चलो
हाँ,
attachment कर लिया उसका भी. But yeah,
click
it's a really
the
great app. It tells you about the names and all that is available about the surrounding peaks, right?
right.
हाँ, it's a really good app.
It's very good app, and I think जो भी जा रहा है ना किसी भी trek पे, like at least for mountains, they should have this peak
Hmm.
finder. It's very good. हमने तो सर के
Yeah,
फोन से
definitely.
यूज.
हाँ बिल्कुल है.
I think signal का.
हाँ I think signal थोड़ा सा खराब हो रहा
But
है.
I,
Anyway,
when you get this, it feels amazing.
हाँ
When you get this,
right. It does. It does.
it's really amazing. This is for life.
You earned it. You have earned it. I saw. I mean, I've seen your entire journey, and I'm really hats off to you. You earned it.
Thank you. Thank you. And I walked, and that was the only thing that I wanted. If I've come for a trek, I am going to walk the entire trek. Eat के, गिर के, पढ़ के, बैठ के, whatever way.
रोलते
Have
रोलते हुए,
I was to give
as you
you
said.
डाल के ऐसे धक्का मार दो. But it was,
Correct. Correct.
मतलब, whether we got lost, whether we were dancing, I still remember there were a lot of places where everybody was dancing. And
हाँ.
I say that we had such amazing people with us in the trip also, the trekkers who were along with us.
Hmm.
Everybody was so nice. And I must mention that Rommel sir is very experienced, and he is, मैंने पहले भी ये बोला कि क्या बोलते उनकी जो गाइडेंस थी, to what to wear, to how to walk, and what to think, and what to eat, बहुत हेल्प किया पूरे ट्रैक में. It helped me a lot.
Of course it did. Yeah.
Yes. And you being there. रजत को तो हम ऐसे ही करते रहते थे ना, चलो.
हाँ मैं हूँ बस मजे लेते रहो.
नहीं, but you were one person, जैसे रोमिल सर तो like, okay sir, no, with you we can
हाँ.
always have fun element. Okay, चलो.
I remember. I will never forget even a single moment I spent with you guys.
Not at all. Not even we will never, because this was one of a life experience we all had, and you will have more because you are with Boots and Crampons, and you will be going for more treks. But I had
Hopefully,
this
yes.
amazing experience, and thank you so much, guys, everyone, Romit sir, Rajat, all our Sherpas, all our guides. Fantastic! What an amazing team! And what an amazing experience!
Thank you so much, Shweta. That was really awesome to hear those kind words from you. And again, thank you for sharing your experiences with us today. It
And
was truly an inspiring thing, to hear about your journey. And I believe audience को भी सुनने में बहुत मजा आया होगा. And it was super, super informative.
more of people जिनको trek करना है, तो
हाँ.
I say do it. And I have my faith in Boots and Crampons. So if I'm doing any other trek, I will be getting in touch with you guys again.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. Thank you so much. Okay, and to our viewers, thank you for tuning in. And if you are interested in taking on the challenge of the Everest Base Camp track, be sure to ping us, right?
Yes.
We'll take care of everything. And thank you again, Shweta, for joining us today. Um,
Thank you. Bye.
bye.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.